everyone, welcome back. It's Moe, Swedish whiskey girl, and today we're here with the Smokehead. So we're here with the Smokehead Rum Rebel, and of course a massive thank you to Kev for letting us have a little sample of this, and I hope you'll like the sample we got you in return. But Smokehead is an independent bottling company owned by Ian MacLeod Distillers, and they bottle Islay whiskies, but you don't really know what distillery they're from, and they do in different batches, so different batches can be from different distilleries, and they of course have the high voltage if you like a little bit of a stronger whiskey. And now they have this Rum Rebel, which is bottled at 46%, and it is been matured or finished in Caribbean rum casks. So it's going to be very interesting to have a little sip of this, but let's start by having a look on the nose. It's a very robust oak meets smoke on the nose. It feels like a very green smoke. Like a forest after rainfall, when everything just smells very kind of humid and nature plants. And then there's a smoke there, which feels like a very kind of gentle smoke. Like a springtime bonfire when there's still snow around you. Like that kind of gentle smoke. It's not heavy or dense, it's just quite gentle. Meets that green note. It does definitely have a sweetness there. It's not a sweetness that I would necessarily directly think of rum. Almost a bit, what is that? Something like a burnt fruit maybe? Almost like a slightly burnt, like orange sponge cake, I would say. Let's have a little taste. Sláinte Skål. A weird thing. When I breathe, so when I close my mouth and breathe out through my nose, I really feel the finish of it, and it made me think of lettuce. Maybe, I don't know if anyone has ever said lettuce as a tasting note for Smokehead, but it was just the first thing that popped into my head. We'll try it again and see what happens. Yeah, lettuce. How to describe that? So yeah, like if you've been eating lettuce and you know the kind of slight, so lettuce of course doesn't taste like much, but when you've swallowed it you still know that you've been eating lettuce. So it's that slight kind of crisp vegetal notes that I get on the finish. That's weird. Lettuce of all things. I mean, I constantly think I have a bit of a screw loose, but yeah. If you try this whiskey, please let me know if you think lettuce is something you are getting on this note. But let's kind of check in with the other aromas. I mean, this lettuce means like a bigger smoke. It's definitely a smoky whiskey. The smoke still feels quite gentle on the palate. There's an oakiness underneath that makes it more robust. Not necessarily very spicy, but quite robust oak. And the smoke has like this gentle flavour of it, like this kind of swirling light springtime smoke. And it's, yeah, if you've ever been skiing in like springtime, you know how it can be quite warm around you and it's starting to get dry, and then you have a bonfire which is quite clean but quite light. compared to like evenings when it's quite dark and it's the ground around you is wetter, when in springtime usually it's quite cold, at least in Sweden. So the ground's still quite frozen early on in springtime, so it doesn't feel as heavy. That's what I mean by springtime smoke. I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm getting a big rum influence. At least not like the traditional general rum flavour that I think a lot of people associate with rum. Of course, I don't know what rum casks they are and how long they've been used and if they're seasoned and everything like that, or the finishing period, how long that is. But there's more like this kind of vegetal bitterness. And yeah, I mean, the smoke is lovely. I love a springtime smoke. So yeah, I wouldn't say, I personally am not getting a lot of that rum influence. Yeah, lettuce smoke. I mean, yeah. Sometimes I'm like, what are these tasty notes? I'm not really sure. But yeah, it's also feels a bit like there's that smoke and there's the kind of bitterness and the oak. There's not a lot else. I'm not getting a lot of fruitiness. I'm not even getting a lot of sweetness, even though there's a touch of sweetness that just like kind of belongs to maybe all whiskies. Yeah, I'm not really sure what else to say. But yeah, I like the springtime smoke. And the lettuce, even though it might sound weird, quite nice, and I'm always appreciative of different tasting notes. I would of course love to hear what you think. Have you tried any of the Smokehead editions? Have you tried this Rum Rebel perhaps? I think there's another one called Rum, I can't remember, but it's also something rum and it's a travel retail expression. But yeah, please let me know which Smokehead is your favourite. If you've tried different batches, which one's your favourite? Have you any guess of where the liquid's coming from on Islay? Please let me know in the comments below. And of course, if you like what I'm doing here on YouTube and my other social channels, I'd be absolutely over the moon if you consider using my affiliate links the next time you're shopping with either Master Malt, the Whisky Exchange or the Scotch Malt Whisky Society. All the information is of course in the description here below, as well as links to my other channels, my Instagram, my Teespring shop, my website and my Patreon if you're curious about that. As always, a massive thank you to my wonderful supporters on Patreon. I'm so grateful you want to continue to support me on my whiskey journey, so thank you, thank you, thank you. And of course, I hope you've all had an absolutely wonderful day. Sláinte Skål.